Alrighty, hello everybody. Welcome to another video of mine where I will be testing out a new feature. Well, I guess technically it's new. I don't know exactly when it came out, but it's pretty new to me. And it came up when I had done the first video. So yeah. But anyway, thanks a lot for those of you that either joined in or have watched the video, the live stream after it became a video. I really appreciate the likes and all of that. So this is just to kind of show you guys what I do and also to show and to also test out things as well. So for today's video, I'm going to be testing out the voices or the voice upload feature that Oii Oii recently came out with. So yeah. Anyway, so what we're going to do is this. I'm just waiting for more people to show up. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I think there you go. All right. So, first thing what we're going to do is we can either do it like I said before in the last video, we can do it two ways. We can either go type it in here or we could start creating. Now, I had already come up with a short little script that's about 15 storyboard shorts. An exciting hey, the Pivotal Studio, thanks for coming on again. I appreciate it. An exciting new experiment, sunglasses emoji with the happy face thing. Uh, so yeah. Anyway, thanks a lot. I'm also mentioning you through the video description as well. So, and I'm gonna also definitely tag you in it in the description as well, which I think you could just put at the Pivotal Studio. So don't forget to check out the at the Pivotal Studio. He's got some great content. So let me see here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a short story. So I'm gonna maybe type in I want to make a trailer for a I want to make a trailer for an upcoming special event. So I'm just going to just basically test out the voices. So let me see. 2D anime style. Okay, we could try that. So let's go ahead and do that here. And I had mentioned in the last video showing you guys how to upload characters basically from scratch that I would test out the voice, but obviously I couldn't do it that night because I didn't want the video to be like 10 hours long. So, yeah. All right, so obviously it's going to be setting up everything. So, and I also had mentioned that I was going to kind of show you guys like basically how to start like a brand new project from scratch. So, this is going to be from scratch right here. So, obviously, after it sets everything up of whatever you type, that's when the art director will come up and say, what do you want? So, we're definitely going to have a more longer animation. So, there's short animation, there's long animation. If you wanted to make like a short animation that's less than a minute long, obviously you would click on the short animation. If you wanted to make something that's longer than a minute, which in my case is definitely way longer than 1 minute, 20 minutes to 20 to 25 minutes long, obviously we're going to click on long animation because I think with this based on the script that I have that I just thanks for the shout out, dude. Hope we get some good results here on Oii Oii. Yeah, me too, man. I mean, if it can get that's the thing too. So the two characters we're going to be testing, which I will put up obviously. Maybe I'll do it as kind of a surprise. Anyway, so we're going to click on the long animation because I think the basic script that I came up with for this test, it's about 15 storyboard index shots. So we'll do that. Obviously, we're going to do 16 by 9 and then it's going to be in English because Pivotal and I don't speak Chinese or Japanese, or maybe we both know a little tiny bit of Japanese based on watching a lot of anime. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and click confirm and continue, or yeah, confirm and continue. So now it's gonna set everything up here. And like I said, I think this is probably the first time that I've actually set like a brand new project, I think. Unless if I remember correctly, I probably did that in the first video, like trying to like set up an episode. But this is something I guess kind of different because we're testing out the voices. Like I said, it's a brand new thing. So while that's loading up, I guess in the meantime, oh no, but unfortunately with the live streaming, you can only do okay. So the next thing here, this is such a long read, so I'll just give you like a very short version. Basically, this is like telling you, oh, like select one of these emotion keywords. What this means is that if you don't have a script, and let's say your idea has to do with conflict or warmth or memory or whatever, whichever ones you select, it's gonna base the script writer's gonna come up with like a short story script for you, which I don't really like doing that because I think the last time I did that as a test went way before I even started trying to do episode one. It came up with this weird, really, really weird story concept. I don't know. I think the script writer is a pretty shitty script writer. I believe that the script writer agent here would not get a job anywhere, in my honest opinion. I don't even remember what the story was. It had something to do with like an alien coming from outer space comes down and sees a human woman and falls in love with her, and they have like half alien, half human babies or some shit like that. And yeah, it was really stupid. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna come up with my own story. So that's where I was like writing and writing and writing and all that stuff. So we can forget about this. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I already copied and everything, but let's go ahead and do this. So first, like I said, before you paste the script, you have to be very specific with Oi Oi's with the Oi Oi agents. So for I'll give you an example right here. I have a script already. The what is it called? Because it was called something else. Okay. The shot numbers represent the storyboard indexes. Here is my script. So you right click, you go to paste, and then it gives you, different options. So you can either convert to text, like if you use, I don't know, Notepad or WordPad or Microsoft Word. I haven't tried that yet. I've always done paste directly, but it does say here that if you were to use like a Microsoft Word document, that it would be recommended and or it would improve the accuracy and it's recommended. So I might try that at one point, but right now let's go ahead and just do paste directly because that's what I've done for the past 22 episodes. So I haven't had any issues yet. So let's paste directly. Well, the only issue I had was with episode 22 was for some reason, even though I had selected English, every single dialogue made every character speak Japanese. Now, it's cool that they spoke Japanese, and don't get me wrong, I don't mind Japanese, but if I wanted the anime to be Japanese, I would have made it Japanese and have subtitles. But I wanted this to be English because that's what I speak. So, which is why when I finish every episode, I manually type in the subtitles because for some reason it doesn't pick up. Although it's kind of good because on the first episode, even though the subtitles were automatically generated, there were a couple things like when there wouldn't be any noise or dialogue, the word heat would come up. I don't know why. Like it just would say heat, heat, heat. Like it would just pop up. So anyway, so we have the script. I think I put it all here. All right, so let's go ahead and upload it. And hopefully it doesn't you know, hopefully it doesn't fuck up anything. Okay, we're at 10 minutes and 40 seconds. Okay, so yeah, it's got the script here. All right, so again, this is when this pops up and you already have the script here, this also will help like the agents to come up with characters for you. Which I mean, it's one of the first steps. So I don't need that. So we're gonna go to assets because I already have the characters. I sync the assets. So the two characters I'm gonna be using is going to be Kyle Curtis Civilian, and and I already had uploaded the voice for it, which is my voice, just to see how it would sound. And you know what? Hold on. I should have probably typed first. Here are the characters that will be in this, I don't know, clip, I guess, or this trailer is what I'm calling it because I did say I want to make a trailer. Then so we're gonna add the characters. So first it's gonna be Kyle Curtis, civilian, and then I added Olive to the scene because Olive follows Kyle everywhere, and there's a good reason for that. But no spoilers. Wait until the very last episode or close to the last episode of season 5, the final season. And then I said uh Zetsubo. What is this Zetsubo? All right here. Then where I also I'm gonna use Zetsubo because Zetsubo had sent me his voice files and I went through all of them. And unfortunately, when you play back the voices, well, here, I'll just show you because for some reason, I guess Oi Oi only takes a certain limit of the voice. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I want to like add a voice to here and go. "Roo, roo, roo." I think I don't know. I mean, George Clooney did the voice of the dog in the South Park episodes, and they wanted Jerry Seinfeld to play one of the turkeys and do turkey noises. But anyway, so just to kind of go over this, so this is I'll show you what I mean. Um, for mine, I changed it because I noticed that the length that they do. So if you let's say record like I don't know, like a 10-second audio clip or a voice or whatever, it's gonna cut the Oi Oi is gonna trim it. It's gonna cut off the dialogue, but it's fine. I guess it just needs a sample, and this is a test anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and play Zetsubo's voice line. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
You know, I don't really like talking about myself. And besides, you know everything you.
So yeah, so that's it, it cuts off. I out of all the unfortunately I thought that the voice upload would be able to upload multiple voices, but it only does one. I don't know if I click on the dot here. No, it's just it only gives me an option to either delete it or to replace it. So out of all the voices I chose, I just chose that one. So yeah, and then of course this is going to be uh that the voice that I'm testing out for Kyle. Hi, my name is Kyle Curtis. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I don't know if that fits, to be honest. I think I might find some other voice or something. Maybe I'll go online and try to find a voice that would fit this. So I don't think it's gonna fit, to be honest. But yeah. But anyway, so there you go. So we got the characters here. This should go pretty quick. And I don't know if I should click continue. I don't know. It's okay. I don't know. Warmth. I guess warmth. I don't know. I don't know what. Now I don't even know what they mean by this now. Loud and clear. Okay, thank you. I'm glad you're able to hear it. I mean, I did do the voice on the very first episode when Kyle, after he looks at his watch kind of glitching out. I did do the dialogue for that where I had said, what was the line again? It was not again. And then Olive would go, and then I would say, come on, girl, or come on, girl, or something like that. I don't know. I mean, it sounded fine, but I don't know. It just to me, it doesn't. Listening to the voice here, playing back, and then looking at the character here, I don't know. It doesn't quite fit, in my opinion. But I don't know. That's probably just me being critical. Okay. And then yeah, it's just asking if I'm satisfied. I'll just go ahead and say continue. The 10-second limit is very interesting. I believe that's how it is on all platforms. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Yeah, I before I started the live stream, I actually went on 11 Labs to download some voices and but I haven't tested them out yet obviously. I'm not going to add them and put them to the assets because why am I going to do all that work if this test turns out to be shit? For all we know, your character and my character is going to probably sound like a couple of fuckheads or something. I don't know. Okay. And this is another thing too. I don't know. Okay, so I guess I can tell you guys about the styles because I don't think I ever went through the styles because I didn't do the I did do it from scratch from the first video, but for some reason I guess because it recognizes that I was doing another episode of Recorpus that it just automatically chose a style. So I don't know. It's like if you could look here, there's all kinds of different styles. When I first started, they didn't have that much. I think they had only about 20. And the very first episode that I did, the one that I used was I don't even know if I see it, but it was called K. Oh yeah, it's right here. K-drama aesthetic. I tested it out on some characters and it actually made them look really, really good. But I don't want to really change anything. So I don't know. Anime, I don't know. You know what? Just for the sake of argument, let's go and use the image style of Zetsubo. All right, let's go ahead and use that. You could do that too. I think for some of the other episodes, when it asked me, instead of me choosing like the official style or whatever, because they got like South Park style, they got like Dragon Ball Z style or whatever. Yeah, they got quite a lot. Like they have the Shin-chan style, South Park style, Dragon Ball Z style, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure style, the Berserk style. They got a whole bunch. That's over. Like I said, when I first started this, they only had maybe about 20. Now they have 167. The newest one they added was live action, but I don't know. I had a few ideas where whenever like or at least it was one of my ideas before I said, "Ah, nah, fuck it." Like, for example, I was thinking that the team, when they would go get transported into a mission, they would end up looking like, live action. They would look like real people, but it was just because of the world. Or when they go in, they look like, video game characters, but like I'm leaning more towards like not like Nintendo, like not like Super Nintendo, but or maybe Super Nintendo, but I don't know. Maybe PlayStation 1. I have no idea. Something along the lines of that. But I was thinking about that, but I was like, nah. It'd be a little bit too much. So I'm just gonna stick with the style that we use. So yeah, or that I normally use. Sorry. Okay, so now it's going to go to the scene designer, and since you're going to be in this too, pivotal or Zetsubo, you can let me know. I can zoom in for you, and you let me know what you think of the bar. If you think it's good, yeah, because I just figured we would just like the characters would meet at a bar or something. So I mean, I think it looks pretty decent. The fact that there's like, hold on, let me get the map thing going. So, yeah, I mean, I think it looks pretty decent. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you unless if you want me to regenerate it, I can regenerate it. I mean, there you got a female bartender there. You got a monitor that plays anime in the background. You got some posters and some liquor and all that. So, I don't know. I think the bar looks great. Okay, yeah, me too. I just want to get your input in there. It's like kind of like we're collab. Yeah, you know what? Actually, we are collaborating because I'm asking you, your ideas and your inputs. And you know what? When this becomes a video and I can edit it, I'm gonna add you as a collaborator. There you go. Done and done. There's a young lady there. It's very high tech. Hell yeah. All right, cool. Sounds good to me. All right, so let's go ahead and continue. So I'll put satisfied. Let's continue. I'm not sure how long the the 60 no, no, I'm sorry, the 15 storyboard shots are going to be. I know that usually the Seedance 2.0 Pro gives anywhere from 10 to 15 seconds depending. But, I mean, like I said, it's not going to be like a 2 minute, 3 minute or 4 minute trailer or something like that. So I figured I'd write like a quick 15 storyboard shot thing. And then of course, we can regenerate it if you want, or if you want me to change any sort of there. Oh, hey tío. Hola, ¿cómo estáis? Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. Oh, and thank you for your kind words. I with the comments. I really appreciated it. Thank you very much. I'm glad that you're liking it. I appreciate it very much. Yeah, Zetsubo and I, or Pivotal and I, or Jason and I, we're working on like a little collaboration. We're testing out the new voice feature, the voice upload feature that Oii Oii came out with. So, okay, and then now we have the multi-view, which obviously is going to show the different angles of the bar. So, I mean, I think it looks pretty consistent somewhat. I mean, or I think so, yeah, because you got the same poster there, same poster here, the vending machine part, the monitor there, and the liquor. You got the 4 bar stools. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? You think that looks pretty good? Yeah? All right, cool. All right, thanks. Thanks, Tio. Appreciate it. Gracias. So, mi español muy poquito. Estoy aprendiendo español para mi esposa. So, I'm so soy coreano. So, y alemán. Let me see here. Oh, I guess we can. You know what? I'm gonna add this to assets. I really like this bar. Maybe I might add this to some of the episodes or something, or maybe one of the bloopers or something at the end of the episodes. All right, so let's go ahead now that we're satisfied with everything. I think everybody's satisfied. You were satisfied as well, right, Pivotal? Consistency is looking pretty good, although we may benefit from having shots of the walls of the bar. You know what? You do have a point. So should I regenerate it then? Wish you luck, guys. Sadly, it's too late for me. You guys push hard. All right. Gracias, Theo. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming on. And it was good meeting you on Pivotal's first live stream. Rather than a regen, maybe an extra gen that focuses on just the walls. Huh. You know what? Let me see if Oi Oi can do that. Let me see here. Okay, let me take a look at what okay. Maybe an extra gen that focuses on just the walls. Okay, let me see. It looks great, but would I hold on. It looks great, but I have one question. Am I able to get an extra regen narration? I don't know if I'm doing that right. Hold on. Am I able to get an extra regeneration that or an extra slash separate maybe? Separate regeneration or generation, sorry, generation that focuses on the walls of the anime bar hangout. What do you think of that? You think that sounds okay? All right, let me see. If Oii Oii allows for multiple location reference images, that helps Seedance keep the environment steady. It can go on as an extra reference image. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. So yeah, I'm just basically just asking it a question. So hopefully it'll let me know. Then you're doubling down on refining the anime bar hangout scene. Your eye for specific targeted details is exactly what makes this project feel polished. Well, it's not mine. It was actually Zetsubo's idea. My team is already okay. I'll loop back. All right. So I mean, I just asked it a question. I don't know why it's, doing that, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it does. Hopefully it'll make like an extra one somewhere that might connect to this, I guess. It's all just an experiment. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna probably put you as a collaborator too. So oh hey there, Wesley Mesley. Thanks for joining. Okay, never heard much about Oii Oii. It actually seems like a pretty decent one-stop shop. From what I've seen, AI video tools were kind of scattered, so you'd need like 10 different sites for all your tools. Might have to check it out because I've been wanting to play around with Seedance. Yeah, I mean, honestly, besides Sora 2, that was my favorite. Yes, and especially now that I've am using Seedance 2.0 Pro, which it's actually not that much compared to the Seedance Fast. Surprisingly, because when I was doing my trailer for the season 3 anime opening, I was thinking, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do Seedance 2.0 Pro, and it's only like 20 credits more, so it's only like 70 credits. So, which is actually not bad. I was like, okay, that's not bad. I can do that. That's fine, especially for 2.0 Pro. Yeah. So, yeah, I definitely say you should check it out. And if you ever get stuck on something, Wesley Mesley, you should go on my very first video, which will show you how to do everything. Which, by the way, please excuse me saying ums all the time on there because I was very nervous on doing it. Which I got the inspiration from Pivotal from him doing his live stream, just like how he got inspiration from me on my Knicks episode on episode 4, and then he used it for the Pivotal World Minisode 4, which I say you should check that out as well. Unless if you've already seen it. Anyway, yeah, so if you ever need help with something, feel free to check out those past videos, and I give like, in-depth uh tutorials on how to do it, or at least it's at least my method of doing it. So yeah. I take the manual approach and bounce around the different sites, but I like that Oi Oi is a good all-in-one platform. You have image gen, agents, video gen, and the works. Yeah, no, 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 that's true. I mean, like I said, I know it is. I'm not gonna lie, it does take getting used to for sure. So, okay, it did generate a separate one, but I don't know if I'm able to connect this somehow. I don't know. Maybe? Because I think you're familiar with this, right? Do I just do that? Like, I mean, because I think this would be, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I'm just testing this whole thing out. So I don't know. Like, I don't know if I put it in here. Oh man, hopefully I didn't fuck that up. Did I just fuck something up? Okay, no. Phew. Wait. No, 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 no. This was supposed to be just a wall. Otaku Ramen Haven. No, 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 no. This was just a wall. Yeah, yeah, dude. Okay, let me see. Looks like it linked. I mean, technically, I guess it did link, but like, good. Hold on. But this looks like a different location though. Like, I wanted this to be like the wall or something, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. We'll check out and see if this pops up somehow. I guess in the environment. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay. Let me see if I can ask the agent if we can make that wall a part of the anime bar hangout, I guess. I don't know. Or yeah, let me see. Are we able to make the Otaku Haven wall a part of the anime bar hangout? Question mark. Let me see here. Let me check. That looks like a ramen shop wall. Push comes to shove, you may be able to feed the original environmental reference image into the agent and do the prompt again. Okay, okay. Yeah, you know what? Let me do this. I like how the otaku ramen image looks, but can we take the wall image from Otaku Ramen Haven to be on the wall of the anime bar hangout, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to see how I could phrase that. Yeah, it does look like, yeah, maybe I should regenerate it, I guess, huh? I should probably just delete this because I mean, we're not, the scene doesn't call for a ramen shop. Although, let me see if I can get, am I able to get this out? Ah, man. Yeah, see, this is the part. See, this is why it's good to test stuff out because otherwise you're gonna look like a jackass. Not that I already look like a jackass now. Alrighty, so I guess okay, I'm gonna just delete this. I mean, I like how it looks with all the posters, but let me see. Okay. Can we regenerate the multi? Okay, you know what? Yeah, yeah. The multi-view image that will include a wall that has anime posters on it. I think, yeah, maybe we can, yeah, maybe something like that. Because maybe I can just have the multi-view down here get regenerated, and then it'll show, like, one of the walls will have, like, a wall of posters or something like that. Yeah, this is why we need to test everything. So just in case if you missed it, Wesley Mesley, I don't know if I said it already, but we're testing out the voice option here. So we're gonna see how good the voice setup is, and this is brand new. I'm not gonna add a woof woof to the dog right here. I'm not gonna do that. So, I'll go ahead and play it.
I don't really like talking about myself. And besides, everything you
Oh, okay. Yeah, it cuts off, unfortunately. All right, so let's check it out. All right, so let's go ahead and zoom in, see how that looks. Okay. And then if not, we still, obviously there's the history and you can just go back to the old one, but let's see how that looks. Okay. What do you think? I mean, okay, so we still got the bar. Looks pretty consistent from the front view. And then it looks like we have, yeah, there's the vending machine there and there. You got the stools there. I think that looks pretty good, but I don't know. I mean, I want to make since you and I are basically let me see. I think the wall in the top right breaks the room's consistency. Yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, yeah, it looks like the wall is too close. Okay, so let me see. Um it the the multi-view looks great, but the image in the top right corner, the wall looks super close and is not sorry, is not consistent with the rest of the images. All right, let's try that. Maybe it'll, I don't know, maybe it'll just only fit. I mean, I doubt it because I think this is only one image, but you never know. Maybe it'll regenerate it and it'll keep these and it'll change this or something. We can only hope, right? Room shots are my worst nightmare. Trying to achieve perfect consistency is brutally difficult. If we still have access to the first one that doesn't show the walls, that may make for a good fallback. Yeah. What I like about Oi Oi 2 is that it has the history. So let's say if you didn't like that one, it has different options, which I forgot to mention. It has different ones there. So, so if we don't like this one, we can click on the history and just go back to the old one. So we could just do that. So that's not an issue. That's what I like too about this is that and it does it for characters too. So let's say if we had multiple characters, or if we had different images like this, it'll have the history on there too. So that's a great thing about this too. Like I said, once you get the hang of it, you're going to it's pretty it's like a breeze. So, and like I said, I finished writing the script, finalizing and finishing my script for episode 23 of Recorpus season 3. So, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and check it out. Oh, okay, cool. So it did change the wall. It just faces this wall. So, okay, so it kept the first 3 and it did replace that. I mean, I think that looks better. I think that looks way better because obviously you don't see anything else here that's kind of in the way there. It's just basically, I mean, you do see a table there, but I mean, it looks better than the first one that had the wall. I think this one came out great. This should do the trick. All right. Yes, I do agree. So good. Yeah, remind me to add you to collaborator, and you have to please accept it, okay? I know you're a millionaire that can have 2 monitors. And you don't have time for peasants like me. I'm just joking, I'm just joking. It's a joke. Alright, so let's go ahead and continue. Alright. Satisfied. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, there we go. Okay. And that's usually it's pretty consistent when it comes to the planning of everything. Like you have the script or the characters that you put up, and then it has the background scenes. Okay, so what is that now? Okay, so this is something complete. This is what I mentioned in the last video with the, or I'm sorry, it might have been the first video or the second video. I don't remember. Anyway, the item creations now, whether if it's a weapon or some kind of any kind of item. Okay, so which they call them props in this. So I don't know. Do you want me to have a prop for you? Maybe a specific vape you want to use? uh, Especially if there are a lot of close-up shots that won't reveal too much of the walls. Yeah, yeah, that's true. And yes, you definitely will. Okay, all right. Laughing, crying, laughing to death emoji. Okay, so that means yes. Okay, so okay. Let me see. Okay. Yes, let's create a specific item for Zetsubo. You know what? Hold on. I got to make sure I. Okay. Zetsubo civilian to have a vape. I don't know if it's just vape or vape machine or what's the proper term? Any vape would be fine, but I think we should be good. Okay. All right. So it does so you don't want like a specific one. Okay. Maybe that'll be something for another time because I do want to test that item thing out to have weapons for each character because I do want to go for consistency. That's the most important thing. But this is just a test we're testing out. So all right. So no, it's fine. Let's continue. I just say vape. It never stays on screen for too long, so I don't have a fixed design sheet for it. Well, you know what? Oh, okay. All right. I don't know. Whenever I see the vape, it looks like it's like a special custom made vape that has a super large battery on there. So yeah. And yeah, I did put in the script that you take a hit of the vape. So because obviously I've seen that in your videos. So all right, so it's just setting everything up here. What that does is it takes all the characters. In this case, it's only three, so I'm sure it'll go pretty quick. And there's also going to be some menus here that'll say like how many scenes they're in and blah 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 blah, which part they're in. But obviously they're all going to be in that same scene because there's only one scene. Usually with an episode of Corpus, I think the most amount of different scenes I had was probably 6 or 7. And surprisingly, they did a pretty good job. So, yes, we're gonna do Seedance 2.0, we're gonna do Pro. I don't wanna do 720p, so we'll just stick to 480p, and we're gonna do the grid image. This one, yeah, this was back in my episode 1 and 2 days. I think episode 1 through 4 days. They added, yeah, so we're gonna just stick with the grid image. That way we can go over each photo, you and you could let me know if the images look good. All right, so then it's gonna start creating the storyboards, which it's only 15, it's only gonna be 15 storyboard shots, so it shouldn't take long. Because I mean, considering me doing like 170, obviously that takes quite a while. I think if I think about it, it takes probably about 30 to 40 minutes. Oh yeah, there we go. Wow, that was fast. Out of all the storyboard shots, well, yeah, duh, obviously it's only 15. Okay. So, yeah, so the prompts are obviously going to be here based off of the script that I put. So, I guess I'm just going to put continue because okay, I'm going to just put let's generate all the images, no video. Cuz I put no video because if you just say just generate the storyboards, it's going to automatically make video. And if you're looking to save credits, yeah, you don't wanna do that. You only stick with images first. I get all of the images and I double check every single image. In this case, this will be super easy. I mean, it's only fucking 15, but imagine having to go through 170. Mine is probably the multi-reference approach based off how Oii Oii describes it. I'm glad to see this within the agent. It's like having the agent and also the video generator in manual mode. Yeah, that's true. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I did like the multi the multi one, but the yeah, the multi-reference, but the problem is that, you only get just the storyboards, and then you just click to generate the video, which I don't know, I think based wait, no, but when I saw your last live stream that I joined in at about an hour later, and I kinda, like, went through briefly through the beginning of it just to see what I missed, that you do the images first, and then after the images, then you do the video, right? Or am I incorrect on that? I mean, I could swear that was the case. But anyway, so yeah, so what it's doing right now is obviously it's gonna go through every single storyboard. So it's gonna assign the characters that are on there based on the script here, and then it's gonna I guess it's going to also assign the voices as well, which is the main test, which is what we want to test out and see how it looks and how it sounds. Okay, we are at 48 minutes and 28 seconds. Precisely. I do the storyboard images first through GPT, make sure they're golden, then video generate them manually by putting the storyboard image files as a ref. Oh, I see. Okay, okay, I see. So you okay, I get it. I get it. You use one software to do the images and then you use a different one to do the video generation, right? Is that or am I reading that incorrectly? There's no agentic process at all in mind, but I like to try it one day. Yeah. No, no, no. I mean, no, no. I know that there was no agents that you were doing everything manually, but I just wanted to kind of clarify that based on what you said, that you first used like a different software to do the images first, and then you use a different one to do the animation part of it, right? Or do you do it all in one software? So right now, obviously, it's going to go through the storyboards here to assign the characters, assign the voices, like assign everything. So yeah, it's already done from storyboards 1 through 10. So it just needs about 5 more, and then we can check out the images, see how they look. You're reading it correctly indeed. I use ChatGPT. Then when I have my images, I run them through CapCut to video generate. Yeah, I guess if that's the case, that if you have the prompt for the images, then you could just use those same prompts in the multi-reference one and hope that, yes, you are an agent. That is correct. All right. So, okay. So now it's generating the images. So because I have the Star membership, which is basically the 3,000 credits a month one, it's like the mid-tier one. It can generate images and videos, 13 images and 13 videos at a time. So obviously this is going to go by quick, but we have to approve and see how everything looks with the image because, you know, based on the images, 90, 80 to 90% of the time it'll come out exactly how the image is. Although there's been a couple times, like for example, with my season 3 anime opening, the cliffside where all the characters get zoom out and then comes the title card. And the image, few of the characters looked nothing like that how they were supposed to look. But I did like I don't know 3 or 4 regenerations, and I was like, you know what? It's gonna zoom out anyway. If anything, it could just zoom out to where they're unrecognizable. And when I did the video part of it, they all looked like how they were supposed to look. I don't know if it was because I used Seedance Pro 2 or Seedance 2 Pro, but I don't know. Sometimes it's not always that way, but in this case, it's good to double check. Yeah, because sometimes the and that's another thing too. It all right, so it's already done some of the images. Why is Olive wearing a scarf? I did not ask them to put a scarf on her. I mean, she's not wearing a fucking scarf. I don't get it. Whatever. It's just a test anyway. Why does Kyle have a vape? Yeah, sometimes these glitches happen. Wait, what's going on with this prom? Why does he? This Why does this look like weird, like early 2000s 3D animation? Yeah, see, this is why, and this is why I recommend using the storyboard like the what I'm using right now. Because if when you start doing the generation, just the video, like you're gonna be wasting 50 to 60 to 70 credits for something that will potentially look like this. So yeah. Seedance was using the reference images for the characters and disregarding the keyframe. I rely on that heavily for my storyboards. The shots aren't perfect sometimes, but Seedance makes it work. Kyle wanted to take a hit. Holy smokes, that became live action. Yeah. Max Steel has entered the chat. Hold on. I low key kind of love that early CG look. Oh yeah. I mean, it does look pretty cool, but that's not what I'm going for my aesthetic. But I don't know. Maybe you know what? I might keep this as a potential blooper. Who knows? I don't know. All right, so let's see. It's almost the last two are almost there. Although I don't know why because I'm looking through every shot. Why did they give her a scarf? I didn't put in the prompts that Olive wears a scarf. And plus, like, some of them aren't even the right color. I think this is the only one where she has no, she's got a scarf here too. Jesus Christ. That'd be a hilarious blooper. The scarf is a bit yeah, I don't know why. Like okay. Um all right, so I'm gonna have to be a dick to this. So okay, let me just double check and see if every single shot has Olive wearing. What the fuck is this? What kind of animation style is this? What the and I don't know. I mean, I chose a specific style. I don't know why it did that. All right, you know what? Okay, so first off, Olive does not wear a scarf. Why is she wearing a scarf on her neck? Okay. All right, so now they're cross-checking the the reference. Wow. See, it's a good thing we're testing this out. Okay, as much as I like AI, it would make some killer bloopers with all the failed generations. Curse stuff sometimes. Yeah, no, actually yeah, like on my episodes, every single one, the ending has outtakes and bloopers that were like so weird and random. Yeah. Yeah, the dog is drinking. Yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised the dog didn't take a hit of the vape. Olive, no. Maybe in the prompt she's listed as having a little bandana. um, I don't know though, because when I had the let me see, let me double check the script here. Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah. Anyway, well, I'm gonna fix that right now anyway. So I just don't know how long that's gonna take because it's gonna be 15 again. But you know what? Let's do like a test that has some dialogue. Um, let me check here. So let's check out see the best one that has either my dialogue or your dialogue in it. That way we could just kind of like just test out the video because that's what we're really here for is to test out the voice thing. Okay, so let's see here. The anime bar hangout. Kyle laughs, taking a sip from his drink, and extends a hand towards Zetsubo. Good to meet you guys. I'm Kyle, and I guess this. Wait, what? That's not what I fucking wrote. What the fuck is going on here? Fucked up my prompt. Okay, all right. Let's just do this. Let's just go. Okay, who's talking here? Classic sure, but are we talking emotion? Okay, all right. So let's go ahead. I think okay. Let's forget about stupid Olive here, and obviously this is like doesn't look right, but I think Zetsubo looks good here with the vape and pointing his finger. So most likely he's going to be talking through here. And if I were to edit this, I would cut this last part out anyway. So let's go ahead and generate video for this because we want to just see what if the voice thing works. That's the main reason why we're here. It's been fun seeing how this gets made, but I gotta I gotta hit the bed. Y'all have a good one. All right. Thanks, Wesley Mesley, for coming on. I really appreciate it, man. And thank you for the comments and the kind words. I appreciate that as well. All right. So, all righty. So let's go ahead and generate that. And then let's see here. Okay. You know what? This has Kyle's dialogue in it. So there you go. Perfect. 7 and 8 are going to be perfect because those are going to be the dialogue that's going to have both yours and my voice on it. And then we can, and since I have my headphones on, I'm obviously going to be hearing this a lot better. Yeah, I'm going to keep this project up because I want to create like a trailer from this. I'm going to have to edit the prompts at some point because there's a couple of the prompts where it kind of fucked up everything. So I'm going to have to re-edit it, but right, like I said, we're just going to test out, see how the voices turn out. Like if the voices turn out great, then yeah, like I'll be amazed by it. But if it sounds off, then obviously we're going to have to go to the different route of me sending you the dialogue or the video, and then you send me the voice where you would emulate and you know do the lip syncing like how anime or how voice actors do it. So yeah, I can't stop looking at that pink scarf on Ollie, the old fashioned way microphone. Yeah, I mean, because that's what I basically did for Armored Carl, like, and because whenever Armored Carl would have dialogue, it would just sound like just a typical. What was one of the lines? It was. It sounded literally like this. No more hiding. We find that girl, and we find the thing that's in charge. And I was like, that is not Carl, man. That is not him. So I just had to emulate kind of like what I did in episode 1 when I was doing Carl's voice when he first gets introduced. So I did that and used the effect on CapCut called the voice changer effect called full stack because it kind of has that robotic speaking through the helmet sort of effect. So yeah, that's what I did. Generic cyber soldier. Yep, pretty much. That's exactly right. That's what it sounded like. Yeah, I don't know. With these generations, it usually takes about 300 seconds, but I don't know if it's generating or not. You know what? Let me go ahead and refresh it. Hopefully it's not going to fuck up the stream. Okay, no, it's not. Okay. Let me see if it did anything. Sometimes that's the thing too. Like sometimes like it glitches out and then it says it's generating, but then it doesn't. But hold on. I think it is. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, perfect. Yeah, because that's a good sign. When you see the counter, that's a good sign. But sometimes like it does generate, but it doesn't show that it's generated, so you'd have to reload it. I think that's because the model doesn't have his face to work off. I usually generate a separate video of the character with the face on and then do some audio track syncing, hoping to see if 11 Labs can replace that process for me. The pro version should take a while. 300 seconds would be very fast for the pro model. Yeah, surprisingly, the pro model it does 300 seconds. Because that's how long it took for the trailer, or not the trailer, the season 3 anime opening. Okay, so okay, so storyboard. Why did it make you cross-eyed? Why did it make you cross-eyed? You see this? You see this? All right, let's okay.
Classic, sure. But classic, sure. But if we're talking raw emotion and grit, Bozike. Gut Story is pure, unadulterated tragedy and triumph. It's a masterpiece.
Hold on a second.
But if we're
Let me see if it. Oh, no wonder why. Hold on. No, 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 no. See, yeah, they need to work on this, man. Because it was set to Kyle Curtis civilian. So no, it needs to be to Setsubo. That's what it needs. Yeah, the whole fucking thing. Wait, is that what you got to do? You have to do this the whole time? Like I said, this is brand new to me, so I don't know. Okay, well, I guess while that's going on, I don't know if it's gonna keep it in the background or if I gotta wait, but okay. Yeah, because I was gonna
talking
say,
raw emotion and grit, Bozike.
I guess
Gut
this is
Story
just
is pure, unadulterated
generic.
tragedy and triumph. It's a masterpiece.
I guess they okay, so I guess they put a generic voice in, and then I guess you have to manually put it. So then what the fuck
Oh,
is the point
Bersac
on?
is
So what the fuck is the point on putting the voice for the characters in the character section then? That's crazy. Here I am in CapCut waiting around 9 minutes or more. Really? 9 minutes? When you made the character for Zetsubo, I remember you synced the right voice. How strange. Yeah, but you know what I'm thinking though? Either
classic,
one or two things.
sure. But if we're talking raw emotion and grit,
Okay, let me see if it's. Oh, okay, and then it uses bento. Okay, I guess I have to wait until it's done. Yeah, so I guess like I don't know. I guess this is not. I guess this is technically has like bugs or glitches or something. Yeah. No, I yeah, 9 minutes. Yeah, no, for me the pro was like especially the trailer or the opening that I showed you.
Classic, sure. But if we're talking raw emotion and grit, Bozike. Gut Story is pure, unadulterated tragedy and triumph. It's a masterpiece.
I mean, it sounds pretty much like you, but I don't know. Hold on. I have to listen to that. Okay, so let's go ahead and preview it.
Classic, sure. But if we're talking raw emotion and grit, Bozike. Gut Story is pure, unadulterated tragedy and triumph. It's a masterpiece.
Why does he say
classic,
Bozike? I just realized
legendary.
that.
Dark, but legendary. It's a massive contrast to something like Naruto, which is all about the power of friendship and never giving up on your ninja way.
Okay, so I guess
Oh,
I'm guessing that's a
Berserk
generic voice as well. This voice clone is very fascinating and allows it as an option for dubbing afterwards, but Seedance should allow the voice clip to be part of the initial generation. This may be a glitch. Yeah, I think so. What I'm thinking is this. It seems like when you when you add the voice to the characters and you have multiple characters in a scene, it'll have the voice file within that storyboard shot. And so when you click on replace voice, then you can choose which voice you want to use. Because I think from what I read online, the Oi Oi voice cloning module and Seedance are separate. So I think when you make the animation process through Seedance 2.0, it'll make a generic voice and then you add in the voice later. Because that's what it seems like to me. So now we're gonna go ahead. All right, you know what? Let me just hear that one more time
Classic,
because
sure. But if we're talking raw emotion and grit, Bozike. Gut Story is pure, unadulterated tragedy and triumph. It's a masterpiece.
I mean it does sound like you. I would not say that sounds like me. He sounds rough, which is good and better than what Seedance gave. Yeah, I mean, it is better. It is definitely better, but I could tell that it's like I think you're in agreement with me that like you could tell that it's like a that it's like cloned and stuff, right? Like it's noticeable, like it's pretty noticeable, or is it just me? I don't know. You know what? Let me take another listen again.
Classic, sure. But if we're talking raw emotion and grit, Bozike. Gut Story is pure unadulterated tragedy and triumph. It's a masterpiece.
Hmm. I don't know. All right. Well, okay, so we're gonna do another test. We're gonna go to replace voice. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So we're gonna clone the voice because I think yeah. So we're gonna clone my voice. Yeah, so I guess you have to do it that way. Yeah, it seems like you have to do it this way. It sounded like a clone indeed, a bit digital. I don't know how else to describe it. Yeah, especially I would say probably especially towards the end. Definitely like towards the end. I mean, but it's not bad though. Honestly, when I was like trying to get some voices to when I was using the because I actually tried out 11 Labs the other day, and when I was doing the text to speech and also I was trying out like my voice to change it to the voice actor's voice, it sounds a lot worse than this. I'm actually kind of impressed by this, to be honest. It's taking a little bit longer for this one. I don't know if it's because but I didn't even say that much. All I literally said was, "Hi, my name is Kyle Curtis. Nice to meet you." That's it. That's all I said. Usually shouldn't take this long for a 10-second clip, but whatever. It is what it is. I just don't want to exit out of this because you know what? I'm gonna try it again because
Legendary.
it's taking too long. All right, so let's go ahead and try this again. Yeah, because the Zetsubo one went pretty quick. I do want to try maybe one more Zetsubo dialogue and see if it sounds any better because it could be like a different case by case scenario. But no. I'm even though, like I said, it sounded sort of digital and sort of like fakeish. Well, not fakeish, but like, you could tell that it's like has that sort of digital voice, like a voice box sort of a thing when you smoke too much cigarettes or cigars. In my
Oh,
case,
Berserk is legendary. Dark, but legendary. It's a massive contrast to something like Naruto, which is all about the power of friendship and never giving up on your ninja way.
yeah. You know what? To hell with my fucking voice. It does not fit whatsoever. It does not fit. Nope. No, thank you. I'm not going to save that. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Maybe with the modification on CapCut, like enhanced voice and fuller voice, it might clear up that digital style. Yeah. But you know what? Let me. Okay. Yours sounded pretty good. Let me listen one more time.
Classic, sure. Classic, sure. But if we're talking raw emotion and grit, Bozike. Gut Story is pure unadulterated tragedy and triumph. It's a masterpiece.
That sounded way better than the crap that I just heard. I didn't even save it. That's how bad it was. It was, oh God, that does not match at all. No, thank you. I gotta find I gotta find a different voice. I gotta steal a voice somewhere. Maybe I'll find a. All right. So let me see here. Let me see what I could do here. I just want to try one more that has your dialogue in it. What is this going on here? Kyle gestures. Okay, now that's Kyle talking. It's Kyle talking. Okay. Okay, you know what I think? All right. I think this is you talking. So we're going to go ahead and generate this one. I just because I agree with you. I think it sounds good. I would not be against that being the voice of Zetsubo on CORPUS. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it sounds pretty good, but I don't know. It doesn't sound like the voice that Seedance had sounded, it didn't sound digital. It sounded natural. Although this voice cloning thing is pretty impressive, and it did sound like you, in my honest opinion, but it sounded like as if there was like, if you decided to program a robot and put your voice in it and it were to give you, say, talk back to you, but like a robot, that's what it kind of sounded like to me. So I don't know. It sounds a little too digital for my taste. So I don't know. I have a feeling we're going to need to take we're going to probably need to take a different route. And it was a good thing that we did this test, because although it's better than 11 Labs in my opinion, and it's better than most other voice cloning things, it's still needs to be worked on, in my opinion. Yeah, it still needs to be worked on. I mean, it's pretty good. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty good, but it needs to be worked on. But again, I only just did one test of your voice in it. I definitely don't want to do another test with my voice, because my voice does not fucking fit Kyle at all. It does not fit him at all. No way. So I think with Kyle, either I'll find a different voice, or I'll just, I don't know. I'll just get rid of all the voice things for the characters and just keep it like how I have been doing. I mean, nobody's complained about it so far. So yeah. But this character definitely needs to have your voice. So like I said, whatever shots I have that I animate um that has the dialogue in it, I will send you those clips, and you can, record it, and I can use CapCut to edit everything. So yeah. Push comes to push comes to shove, I'll unleash the voice lines. Some may like the organic voice acting in our shows. It's one less thing for the AI haters to hate on. No, they're still gonna hate it. It doesn't matter. I mean, like I said, the only AI I use is for when I color the characters of my sketches and, the animation. It doesn't matter. Like, as soon as they see AI, or no, even if you were to only use one thing that was AI, like, I don't know if you remember. I don't remember what the anime was, but there was a big fucking thing about it where, like, because I clicked on the videos on my feed, and it said oh, this popular anime was caught using AI, and I'm like, oh really? Like, they used AI animation or something? And I went into it, and all these people were bitching and fucking whining, because in the intro, anime intro, I forgot which one it was, but I don't even think they said what the name of the anime is, or maybe they did and I forgot. But the thing they were bitching about was a background that they used from something that was already AI generated from some other thing. So they used that as a background, but everything else was still like, everything else was like the same, like, the hand-drawn animation, real voice acting, what else? Like, everything else. The only thing was just like one little background that was like not even 5 seconds, then everybody was bitching about it. We're like, "Oh man, fuck these fucking assholes. They fucking used a picture that was AI generated that was there for 5 seconds." Like, shut the fuck up. I hate these people. Okay. All right, so
And
let's
meanwhile, Narido is in the background trying to use Talk No Jada on Griffith to make him a good guy. It would never work, but he'd try.
wait, hold on. Wait, but who's talking here though? I thought it was it
And meanwhile,
I guess it was Kyle that was talking? Jesus Christ. Oh, what? I don't know because I just want to see if it's because I don't want to make a judgment based just on that one video. Like I want to do one more. Okay, Kyle raises his glass. Sibo raises his drink. Olive taps her paw on the bar counter to the ultimate anime crossover that we'll probably only ever see in video games. Cheers to that. I should have probably put specifically who said what. All right, you know what? Let's just try this one. Fuck it. While waiting. Those people who hate it are going to have to get used to it. Studios are going to be using AI to speed up the process and reduce the cost. If these people get mad at that, they'll have nothing to watch. Yeah, dude. I mean, in the article itself, I just thought, wow, really? You guys are like wasting your time reporting about that, about a bunch of fucking losers sitting on their ass going, "Oh, you put a fucking AI generated image in the background for 5 seconds. Durr. Bitch, 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 wine, wine, wine. I whine so much I can make a bottle to drink and get drunk off of." Yeah, I don't know, man. But again, whatever. I'm just making this for me. I don't give a fuck. I don't know. It's just I feel like so many people nowadays are just whining and bitching about the stupidest shit, the dumbest shit. I think I look back and I'm like, Jesus Christ, am I the only fucking adult here now? But then again, like people that act a certain way online probably act different in real life. Something I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that like if they were I don't know, if they were in front of the creators of that anime, like, they wouldn't be bitching and whining about that. They probably would be kissing their ass and, I don't know, giving them some sucky sucky under the table to hopefully get some sort of recognition or fame from them. That 15 minutes of fame. I don't know, man. Yeah, you'd be surprised on what fucking people do when they find out you have a lot of money. I'm not saying this from experience. I don't I make okay. I make enough from my business to be able to pay bills and all that. I mean, my wife works too, so there's a double income there. But like, I don't want to give too much away, but there's one person that I know or knew because this new person I don't know anymore. This isn't. This is a completely different person. Found out that this person that they work for had so much money that they decided to go fuck them and cause that person to get a divorce. That's my approach to it too. Folks want to hate on it, they can miss out. It's their loss. These tools have changed my life and let me make things I never thought possible. Yeah, exactly. Plus, if you want something to happen, all you have to do is just use these tools instead of having to wait for these creators 5 to 6 to 7 years. Because I don't know. I'm going to be honest, man. Like, when I was excited for season 3 of One Punch Man to come out, like, I'm not going to lie. I popped that thing in right away because I was waiting. But then again, it's like if you think about it, between seasons 1, which I'm not including 2 in this, but, you know, if we were to just measure from season 3, I don't know, it must have been that's like over a decade. Over 10 years. It's like, dude, and then on top of that, like, the animation was so bad, which I mean, I didn't watch it for the animation. I watched it for the story, right? Which I agree the animation was bad, but I was so excited for One Punch Man season 3 to come out that I was more focused on the story rather than the animation. But then there were all these, I don't know if you remember the memes going around where, like, I saw like I saw some like AI anime stuff, and so many people were putting, I'm pretty sure which was a joke, was, "Hey, it looks way better than One Punch Man season 3." I only ever saw Saitama season 1. No new season was out by the time I saw it, and now you're telling me there's a season 3. They take forever with that thing. Yeah. I think for season 2, it took them 6 years to come out with a season 2. But I think it's because the original animation studios that did the first season, like, I don't know, they either got fired or they quit, or I don't know the whole story. I just know that a new animation team took over season 2, and the animation was okay. Like, it was tolerable. Like, I didn't care. But then again, like I said, I really loved the story. So I didn't care too much about it because people were bitching about the animation too. But then when it came to season 3, then people were saying like season 3 makes season 2 look like season 1, basically. But again, like, I didn't care about the animation. I cared about the story. And the story was fine. It was good. I liked it. All right, so it's still generating. Might probably have to do the reboot again because that's taking a little bit too long, in my opinion. Okay, let's go back down. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I don't really have too many friends either, because most of my friends that um, I've known for a long time, like, I do still keep in contact with a few, but I don't know. They've either changed or not for the better. But okay, so let's see here. I'm pretty
To
sure it's
the
gonna happen.
ultimate anime crossover that we'll probably only ever see in video games.
Ah, Jesus
Cheers to
Christ.
that.
Okay, he talks, but I think you say cheers to that, but I could have sworn I had more dialogue for you. Okay. Yeah, and I'm Zetsubo. Nice to meet a fellow civilian who appreciates gets good. Okay. Ugh, Jesus Christ. I gotta fucking do the apologies for that. There were great fights in season 1, and so many shows have such poor animation but still get released and loved by the community. These people on the internet just have nothing better to do than complain. Yeah, no, that's true. And I feel like these group of people nowadays just whine and bitch about every single little thing that doesn't need to be whine and bitched about. There's more important things in life. Way more important things in life than stupid crap like that. Especially especially that stupid video I told you about in the last live stream. The you get the automatic win because you hand drew it, even though it looks like shit. Fuck those people, man. Fuck them right in their ass with a piece of sharp broken bottle. All right. Just wondering. Okay, yeah, 262 seconds.
All right, let's count backwards now. 256, 255, 254.
Hey, let me see how long the stream's going on for. Okay, yeah, hour and a half. Not bad. I just want to test out this one last voice to see if it's at least decent. Because I don't want to just make a judgment based on one video. Now, I know I did that with mine, but that's because my voice did not fit Kyle Curtis whatsoever. It did not. So no thank you. I'm going to say a hard no to that fucking voice. Hell, I'll even comment on my own video if I ever release this and saying, "You stupid piece of shit. You thought you would be able to sound like a Kyle Curtis? Are you that fucking naive, you piece of shit?" I can't draw at all. So when I see that what this thing can do, it's mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. Those who look down on the tools are going to get left behind. Look at where we are today with these tools. And we're improving our skills steadily. Imagine next year. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely improving. I mean, I remember when there was that video where it was Will Smith eating spaghetti, and it was like one of the very first like video generations, and compared to now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I mean, this was like a good little test, but yeah, I think I'm gonna keep. I want to keep this bar for sure. I think the bar looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the bar for sure. But I think I'm gonna probably scrap this project and just start a brand new one at some point when it gets closer to making a trailer for something. Ah, the tools too. I meant us. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I mean, basically we are the tools. We're the ones that use the tools and make the tools do their thing. The bar is great. I didn't notice any inconsistency problems in the sequences we saw. Yeah. And, you know, I got to give Oii Oii some credit. They usually do a pretty good job with consistency when it comes to like backgrounds. So yeah. And then if you do need to regenerate, thankfully it doesn't like take a bunch of multi-generations. And I'm glad that the Pro, like the Seedance 2 Pro, takes less time, because I was gonna ask you at some point how long it took, but you said it takes about 9 minutes. And I was like, oh Jesus Christ. I mean 9 minutes isn't really that long if I'm gonna be taking like a smoke break or something, but yeah. All right. 40 more seconds. 35, 34, 33, 32, 31. Yeah. So, I mean, good thing I didn't like. I'm just gonna say, good thing I didn't like. Because I was actually adding some voices here and there for some characters, but I think for me personally, I think I'm just gonna stick to what I've been doing. This was a great test and all. I think this will definitely, if people are interested in wanting to see what this new voice upload module is like, this cloning module is like, then they'll get an idea, I guess. And plus, it's a good, fun experiment for us too. So, but I don't know, man. So far, I'm not. I mean, I was impressed with yours, but for me personally, mine sounded way too fucking robotic. I don't even think it saved it, to be honest.
Oh, Bersac is
Bersac. That's another thing too. Like, how do you not know how to say berserk? He's
Legendary. Dark,
how do you first?
but legend.
First, my character says Bazak, and then your character said, "What was it? What was it?"
Classic, sure. But if we're talking raw emotion and grit, Bozike. Story is
Bozike. So I called
Very.
it Bazak, and you called it Bozike. I was wondering what the hell you were saying. Like, what is he? Is that some anime I never heard of called Bozike? But then I looked at the prompt and I was like, oh, Berserk. Yeah, dude. It takes over 9 minutes here. Sometimes close to 15. I'm always just smoking and listening to music as I'm waiting. The mini version takes about 5 minutes, which is great. I hope that they work on the voice module to improve it. Having to clone after the generation is an extra step that could be avoided if they do it right. Bozike. Yeah, Bozike. Okay, so finally generated. Let's see who's talking.
Yeah. And I'm Zetsobu. Nice to meet a fellow civilian who
Zetsobu.
appreciates a tavern vibe.
Zetsobu. You know what's weird is that I noticed that Seedance, when I was using fast, sometimes the characters would mispronounce things, but it didn't do it as much as this. This is already the third. This is like what I did 3 or 4 generations, but 3 of them had something to do specifically with a name of an anime or somebody's name. And this is 3 out of 3 that it's mispronounced something. Okay, well, you know what? I'm still gonna do the replace the voice thing. All right, let's clone the voice. Fuck it, we're gonna try it. Some interesting hand motions around the vape there. Zetsubo gets mispronounced as Zezubu, Zabubu, and Zets. Still common even in the pro model, sadly. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, let me check here.
Yeah. And I'm Zetsobu. Nice to meet a fellow civilian who appreciates a tavern vibe.
I mean, it sounded better, but then I thought at the end of it, it was like you were asking a question. Okay, let me hear this one more time.
Yeah. And I'm Zetsobu. Nice to meet a fellow civilian who appreciates a tavern vibe.
Yeah, it definitely sounds better than the other one, but it still kind of sounds digital. Yeah. I think it broke a little because of the original generation's pronunciation. Yeah, it did. I mean, as far as like the sound of the voice itself, like around the beginning and sort of the middle, it sounded good. But then when it got kind of to the end, it definitely I heard some like digital, like digital stuff, or it sounded digital. And then for some reason, you like were it was like kind of reminded me of that Anchorman Ron Burgundy, where it's like they had the cue card with a question mark. He's like, "I'm Ron Burgundy." So I don't know, sound like that. Okay, so yeah, I guess verdict for the voice uh upload module for the characters. It's okay. It's not bad. It's better than what I've heard on 11 Labs and some other tools that are out there because I've heard some. Not
Pure
bad.
unadulterated tragedy and triumph. It's a masterpiece.
It's not bad, but quite honestly, when it comes to Seedance, the voice acting and the voice emotions and the fluidity, it sounds way better because when I hear the dialogues in my episodes, I don't hear like that digitalness like I hear with your voice and with my, which I don't even want to fucking acknowledge that stupid voice on my voice on his body. Ooh, that was bad. Better than the Cut voice clone too. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that CapCut had a voice clone thing. Shit, and I've been using CapCut for a while. But yeah, it's pretty good. But I don't know. I think we're gonna have to. Oi, oi, you're still gonna need to work on this. Maybe when it improves, maybe I'll test it out. But as of right now, it's okay. I would probably give it like, I don't know, maybe a 6 out of 10. I would say maybe a 6 out of 10 would be fine. What would you rate it out of a 10 based on what we did so far? Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go home. But yeah. Oh, before I do, look, just wanted to show you guys something real quick. Where's the characters portion of it? And it's unfortunate too because I really wanted to use the voices for the Three Stooges. I really wanted to use voices for the Three Stooges because, like, out of all the ones that hold on, I gotta reboot this. Yeah, I agree. Okay, I agree. 6 out of 10. Yeah, I mean it's good. It's not bad, but I don't know. I felt like it could have been way better, especially the way how like it was marketed and stuff, or how it was presented. Huh. This map thing is glitching out on me. Okay, well, anyway, I guess I'll just go home. Man, I wanted, or maybe is it in the assets part? Because I wanted to play the. No, god damn it, it's not on the assets. Because I wanted to show you guys this one voice that I had. Maybe we'll have it here. No, damn map doesn't pop up. Okay. Oh, so if you remember from the last video, the Kenneth Embers, the one that wears the trench coat, and I was thinking about him saying "Holy Slopathon." This was one of the voices that I wanted to do because I thought the dialogue was funny. My name is Kenneth Embers, and my mom says that I'm the sexiest man alive. And then, of course, this one's the Gary Manson.
Hi, I'm Gary Manson, and I like to eat, eat, eat.
And of course, this is Dwayne Carlson.
Hi, my name is Dwayne Carlson, and I like to do all kinds of things. I play video games.
And jerk off was supposed to be it, but that was, but it cuts off, so that's the thing. So yeah, me and Zetsubo, aka the Pivotal Studio, will I know, right? Maybe we want them to sound shitty and robotic. That way, ironically, they would be AI. They would be the artificial intelligence because they're stupid. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, I would have to give them just desserts. Yeah, I agree. Just desserts and maybe a bucket of lard and some butter to rub on his tits or something. I don't know. Yeah. So that's the video, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment, put them on the bottom, and don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell ding. Douche time over. I want to thank the Pivotal Studio for coming on. I want to thank also the others that came in, like Wesley Mesley, and of course Theo, who goes by JTBW199. So yeah, so appreciate it. And don't forget to also like and subscribe to at the Pivotal Studio. and check out his content as well. So yeah. All righty. Good night, Pivotal Studio. Appreciate you being on. All right. Take care, guys. Have a good one.